Hey guys, welcome back to another tone review. So I've been very appreciative of you guys' feedback on the last basses that I've reviewed, like my Federa, the other Ken Smith bass, and my Steinberger bass so far. So I've been really enjoying these series of the tone reviews, and you guys have been very receptive and leaving feedback under the videos. So I really appreciate that. Thumbs up to you guys on that. So I feel highly motivated today to go over my Ken Smith BSR-EG SC. This is a single cut 5-string bass guitar from Ken Smith. It's an elite model. It has the lacquer finish. It's very glossy, as you can see. Also, let me go into the woods. You have the ebony top, striped ebony, very beautiful, highly figured. It has a tiger maple tone block. It has a mahogany core with maple laminates, more maple hair. This is sedua hair. This back hair is walnut. So all of that is like sandwiching between the mahogany sandwiching between all this stuff. And then for the neck, you have quarter-ton maple. It's a 5-piece neck, right? Quarter-ton maple, sedua, then tiger maple going down in the middle, sedua again, and then quarter-ton maple to finish it off. Also up here, you have the matching ebony headstock cap that matches the top. It has a brass nut, like all Ken Smith basses does, most of them. Gold hardware, so you have gold tuning pegs, gold bridge. Then we have a ebony fingerboard, 34-inch scale neck. It has a abalone inlays for the logo up here, as well as the dots on the fingerboard, and as well as the dots on the side of the fingerboard. So people might wonder what's the difference between the single cut versus the BSR, the regular BSR shape, or the vintage BSR or BT shape. The single cut for me, it feels more comfortable against my body as far as when I'm sitting down and playing. The single cut sits really nice against my chest. The only thing about it, it's a little bit more heavier. Of course, it's more wood, so it's more heavy. So, but other than that, I mean, there's not really much of any difference as far as ergonomics goes. But as far as tone goes, the tone is a lot more clear. It has more sustain than your typical like just Ken Smith 5-string bass. You have more sustain in it, in the sound. It goes on for days. I'd had to literally stop it because it goes on for days. As far as electronics, we have the standard 18 volts circuitry with the passive pickups. These are not active pickups, right? Because you could go into passive mode and you don't need any battery power to get sound out of the pickups, of course. And then you have, for the circuitry layout, you have master volume, passive tone, not passive tone, passive mode, and then pickup pad selection for both of your pickups, bass boost and cut, mid-range boost and cut, and then high boost and cut. Then you have your series parallel switches for each pickup. You could either put it in parallel or series. Series give you a little bit more output because it basically wires the switch when you have it up in the up position. It wires the pickups in series, and that gives you more output. Whereas parallel, you have less output. So if you need a little bit more juice, then you go to the series. The back here, obviously you can't see it because it's closed. You have the DIP switches, which allows you to select the different frequency bands within your low, your mid-range, and your highs, and then you could boost and cut from the same knobs. So it's pretty advanced. It's a pretty robust electronic circuitry for bass guitars. In my opinion, it's probably the best or one of the best circuitries on the market for bass because it's so advanced and you can dial it to get a lot of different tones and different colors. And today I'm going to show you what you get out of this bass. So no further ado, I'm going to put it in passive mode by basically having this knob up, the master volume knob. And all you get as far as control is your pickup panning and your volume. So it's very straightforward and simple. So I'm going to play a little groove, and I have the pickup set to both on. I'll switch it over to the bridge pickup. Very, very cool. So now I'm gonna go over to the neck pickup, still in passive mode. Walking bass line. So now I'm gonna go over to active mode because basically that's pretty much the different tones you get from the passive mode. Actually, play a little bit of the chords so you can hear that. All right, I'll end it there. So let me go into passive mode. Active mode by pushing down onto the switch here. And it's very hot right now. Let me turn down the volume so we get it at a good level. I'm gonna do some chord ideas first. I'm going to put it on my bridge pickup and set my bass to flat. Set my mid-range and highs to flat, so that way while I'm playing, I'm going to increment them so you can hear the differences. Mid-range boost. Treble boost. Boost the treble a little more, a little mid-range. Put them all the way up, treble and mid-range. Turn both pickups on. Neck pickup. So the tone is very unique, more than any other bass that I've heard. The tone out of this bass is very modern. It's very, very, very unique with boosting your mid-range and your treble. So what I'll do is I will go into a slapping tone, something that I use probably all the time, which is really good for slapping on any bass. It's the Marcus Miller mid-range type scoop sound. So what I'll do is I will leave both my pickups on. I'll boost my bass above half, and I'll attenuate all the mid-range frequencies, all of it. and then I will leave my treble boost above half. And let's. Let me take back some of the treble, boost the bass probably like all the way, and see some thumping ideas. Take the volume back. So the slap tone is pretty solid from this bass. The ebony top has a lot to do with it. The mahogany core has a lot to do with it, with the warm, sound, and the ebony kind of brings out the brightness of the bass. So now, no further ado, I'm gonna calm down a bit from the slapping, and I'll set everything flat. And by the way, I didn't mention this. So I had both my series parallel switches in series mode. So you're getting the full effect, the full power. So what I'll do, I'll take them off and I'll play a groove and then I'll turn them back on so you can hear the difference. So I'll turn on both, or just the bridge for now, or actually both. I'll turn both on, both the series parallel. All right, I'm gonna boost the bass a little bit, above half, and I will take back the mid-range all the way. I will take back the treble to about quarter, bring it in about quarter. All right, just to kind of get some ideas there. So now what I'll do is I will focus on the bridge pickup, and I will bring back my mid-range, set my bass to flat, set my treble to about flat for now. I'm gonna increment it up a little bit. Still got my switches on, right? My series parallel. I'm just bringing up the mid-range a little bit, so where I feel like it's nice for this sound. Very, very nice harmonics. Very, very clean and crystal clear harmonics in this mode. So what I'll do here now is I'll play like a little reggae groove to kind of show you the roundness of the low end of the space. So what I'll do is I'll just take out all my mid-range, take out all my treble, and boost the bass all the way up. I'll bring back both my pickups on, and I'll probably do a volume check here, make sure I'm not peaking. So now I'll put only the neck. So as far as the action on the bass, because that does have a lot to do with the sound of the instrument, I have it low. It's pretty much almost touching the frets, so it's very, very low. Also, my strings are Ken Smith strings, just so that way you have an idea of why it sounds this way, besides just the tone. So. All right, so what I'll do is I'll boost. I didn't have the neck series parallel switch on, so I'll boost that up. So it's very hot, and this is just with my headphones, right? So let me do something else here. I'll play some chordal ideas, and probably some tapping ideas again, so that we can hear the clarity of this instrument, if you're concerned about that. So what I'll do is I'll set it back to the bridge pickup. I will take down the bass, probably below half, bring back in my mid-range above half, bring back in my treble above half. I'll turn off the series parallel switch for my neck pickup and leave it on for my bridge pickup. I will bring it a little closer to the neck, moving this up. Some guys that like to strum, it's pretty cool for that. I'll turn back the treble a bit. Bring up the mid-range just a bit, all the way up, halfway, off. Turn up the treble. So I just want to basically just demonstrate the definition this bass has, especially with the higher register stuff. The groove is awesome, like I demonstrated earlier, but I just wanted to demonstrate, like, you know, what makes this bass characteristics really stand out. And to me, it's, besides groove, it's really the more modern ideas like chords and tapping. and you could really exemplify those ideas with the tone control on this instrument. Do a little solo ideas. So it's very clean. It's very versatile. It has a lot of character. This bass reminds me of a Fender in the sense that it has a lot of character. As far as the tone, it's just not a dry neutral tone. It's very like just nasally, and it has just that Ken Smith sound, as you could imagine, right? So let me bring it back to the neck, or both pickups on. Maybe to the neck and see how it sounds. Take back some of the treble. Bring up the bass to halfway. Take the mids back to flat. Everything's in flat right now, actually. Bring back the treble. So you could hear all the notes clean. Actually, let me do a little test here. So I'll start from the lowest note and go all the way up. There's really no buzzes, no dead spots, none of that stuff. And every note is even, right? So if I play this low like D right here, and I jump over to this high C, you don't hear a disparity in the volume. Like it's even. Like some basses, it may give you like, you might be grooving, you might be playing soft over here, and you're using the same intensity, and then next thing you know, you get this loud note coming out. In this bass, it does that's not what it is. It really is responsive to your intensity. So I'll play something very soft here, and I kind of creep up the volume. So it's very responsive to your touch, and that's one thing I like about this bass, because it's very genuine. There's not any like artificial thing going on with the electronics where it's like just giving you that saturated sound, and it's not giving you that organic feel and touch from your fingers, and also the woods, right? The woods really do come into play. A lot of folks out there may think that every Ken Smith bass sound good, or sorry, not just sound good, but they may think it sounds the same. That is very untrue. This bass sounds way different from my Black Tiger bass, which is walnut top. It sounds very different from many of the other Ken Smith basses out there. So it's really, the woods does matter. The electronics are what they are, right? They are positioned, closer to the bridge, so that's probably why you get more of that mid-range sound. And it's the same standard electronics, but each bass have its own unique voice. All woods are different, of course. And 5-string versus a 6-string is, that's going to be different. So there's a lot of variables, as you could tell, that plays a part of this. So I just wanted to really just tell you guys that I hope this instrument, this particular single cut, really kind of clears up that myth of that all Ken Smith basses sound the same, or you can't really get much out of these basses other than that Ken Smith sound. This instrument is clearly very versatile. I would say is a good fit for the modern player. Someone who just wants more than just groove, that Fender tone. They probably want more, clarity and definition in the higher register of the bass. I would say it'd be great for that person, because the cutaway, for example, ergonomically, you could reach into every note with this beautiful cutaway. And also, like I said earlier, the tone control. You have so much tone configuration available to really get that unique sound that you want. And to me, I'm still exploring this instrument. It's actually pushing me to go for more different things. That's one thing I would like to definitely highlight is reason why I buy different instruments is because, they bring out different qualities in you, right? And make you go for different things than what you would have. What I would go for on a Fender P would be totally different to what I would go for on this bass. Or what I would go for on this bass would be totally different to what I would go for on a Fender J. And vice versa, right? So, this instrument, to me, like I said, it's a great fit for anybody that's looking for a very futuristic, modern type sound, who may have ideas in their head that they want to get out, but they can't really get it through on the standard bass out there. This is the bass, to me, that will allow that for you to dial in and get those accurate frequencies and really exemplify what you're trying to get out of your creativity palette. So guys, thanks for viewing this video. Please give it a thumbs up, share. Please always share. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'll be doing more videos. I know these videos are lengthy, but I intentionally do that because I don't want to just throw out a 5-minute video out there. I want you to really get a grasp of what this bass could do, what these basses could do. So guys, again, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.